Alright guys, the maintenance for My Hero Ultra Rumble has just ended and we have the patch notes, and I'm really interested to see what character adjustments and adjustments they did to the game. Hopefully they did some big adjustments because the game desperately needs it, and maybe eventually we'll get an announcement of crossplay. I have not looked through these patch notes yet. I will be looking through them with you guys for the first time right here and kind of reacting to the stuff that's going on, because I feel like that's just better than me reading through it beforehand and then reading it off to you, right? Because that's kind of boring. So starting with the top, we have Shoto Todoroki, quirk skill Gamma Ice Stalagmite, so this is like his dash on the ice, right? They reduce the damage at all levels, so that's good. They reduce the reload speed at all levels, so that means it will not reload as fast. It's always really weird with the wording, okay? But if it said increased reload speed, that would mean it reloaded faster, so that's actually a nerf. Reduced reload speed at all levels means it takes longer to use it, which is good. And then they reduced the time the ice remains on the ground. No mention though, here's the crazy part to me, no mention of the hitbox. The hitbox is just absolutely absurd on this thing, right? I guess it's a little bit better now that it doesn't remain on the ground as long, so that helps, but did they adjust the hitbox, or did they just not do it and not address that at all? Because sometimes they do like these shadow patches, right, where they adjust something and they don't necessarily put it into the patch notes. We have noticed that before, and so it might not have made it into the patch notes. I'm genuinely wondering if they adjusted the hitbox. I'll have to test that out a little bit. Next we have Kirishima, quirk skill Alpha, Chanbara Blade, increased damage at all levels, because he needed a buff. Okay, and then quirk skill Beta, red counter, reduced damage. Okay, it wasn't really a buff, it was more of like a balancing act there, because they reduced the damage from the Beta and they increased the damage of the Alpha. And to be fair, out of his whole kit, the Alpha is the thing that probably gets used the least, other than like for movement. So that's technically, I would call that a net nerf for Kirishima overall, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Then we have Dobby, fixed an unintentional drop in maximum HP and changed HP from 300 to 350. I've been saying for a while, Dobby needs something, so they decided not to really touch his kit, which is okay, but at least they gave him extra HP. Now my problem with Dobby right now is the new map is very versatile in different levels, right? You have different levels of fighting on the map vertically, and his ring of fire blocks horizontal shots, so he can still get shot from above pretty easily, making his kit a lot less effective on the new map. Like, it's, I would say, still better to use Dobby on the USJ map than it is on the UA Island map, but let me know your guys' opinions. But I feel like something needs to be done with that ring of fire, maybe make it a little bit taller, or maybe make it go all the way around him for a second or something like that. I don't know. I feel like he still needs something, but hey, that's a good change. It's going to give him a little bit more survivability, more viability in the current meta. So I think that's a good change nonetheless. And then we have Kendo here. Quirk skill Alpha, stone throwing fist, increased number of bullets at all levels. Okay, good. Quirk skill Gamma, big fist grip, increased reload speed at level 1 and level 3, so it reloads faster. That's actually big buffs for Kendo. Okay, so they're still buffing Kendo. Good to see, because she is still at the bottom of the tier list even now, right? So she still needs a little bit of something. Ibra is kind of there with her. And then Mount Lady, quirk skill Beta, Caldera Stomp, reduced number of bullets at level 4 to level 9. Okay, so they have nerfed her, and then they reduced her reload speed when used once at all levels. Okay, so that's a nerf. That means it takes longer to reload. And then they increased reload speed after using all bullets at all levels. Okay, so you have to be like kind of thinking a little bit more about how you use this, basically, because if you use all the bullets, it sounds like it's going to reload faster now than it used to, but if you just use a couple of the bullets, then it's going to reload slower. So overall, it's looking like probably a net nerf on her, because they reduced the number of stomps basically, and they reduced how fast it reloads. So overall, a net nerf on her Beta, because her Beta honestly was in a very strong place with her just being able to spam the stomp, and it kind of took prio over other characters' abilities, right? And kind of stunned them there for a second where they couldn't do much about it. They just had to sit there in it. So I think that is overall a decent change. I don't know if it was necessarily needed. I don't feel like Mount Lady was the strongest character, right? But I don't hate that. I don't hate that change, okay? Then we have Cementos here. HP changed to 350, quirk skill Alpha, pillar split, increased number of bullets at all levels. My boy Cementos getting the buffs he deserves. Let's freaking go. Okay, all right. And then topics addressed in the maintenance and update carried out on January 25th, 2024 that were leaked out from the patch notes 1.2.0 are listed below. We apologize for any confusion they caused. Okay, so Shoto Todoroki, Quirk Skill Alpha, Blazing Fields of Roaring Fire, increased continuous fire interval. Okay, that's a buff to him, but also he just had that big nerf on his ice, so that's fine. Quirk Skill Beta, Heaven Piercing Ice Wall, fixed an issue where the judgment of the opponent's bullets could come through the ice wall. Hey, they finally fixed that? Yo, okay. Quirk Skill Gamma, Ice Stalagmite here, reduced ice penetration when approaching ice on the ground. Does that mean like the hitbox? Is that the hitbox? That sounds like the hitbox to me. Reduced ice penetration when approaching on the ground. I'm not sure what exactly that means because penetration in this game is not really a thing. So I don't know. I'm guessing that's hitbox. I'm guessing they reduce like how far it penetrates or goes when you're walking towards it before it hits you, okay? That would be my guess. Momo Yayorozu, Quirk Skill Beta, create unfalling castle wall, fixed an issue where shields were not generated or were immediately destroyed when installed, okay? That's good. So these are more like bug fixes than buffs or nerfs, right? Special action Yayorozu's Lucky Bag here fixed a bug that items sometimes be prevented from being generated. Yeah, that would suck. Dobby Quirk Skill Beta Shadow Fire fixed a bug that sometimes traps or prevents from being placed. Quirk Skill Gamma Ring of Fire, camera direction added when triggering, and then special action Cremation changed so that the damage continues to after activation. Okay, so yeah, bug fixes mainly. Mr. Compress Quirk Skill Alpha fixed a bug that could cause walls to fall through. Cementos fixed a bug that sometimes prevents defensive walls from being guaranteed or generated rather, and then others fixed display issue and unnatural expression in some characters' quirk skills and special actions. So a lot of bug fixes this round, which is good. I would say overall on the buffs and nerfs that they did for characters, right? Most of these are actually welcome changes. It seems like they listened, with the main one being Todoroki, at least to a degree. I don't know how it's actually going to affect gameplay yet. Once again, I've not hopped into the game since this update has been made. It was just made, right? So I'll have to hop into the game, test it out. I'm really excited to see how that ends up working out. I'm hoping Kirishima won't feel so freaking overpowered now, but I think he's still going to feel overpowered if I'm being completely honest. I think that's a good start. I don't think that's enough of a buff, enough of a nerf, but we'll see in the future how that ends up playing out. Dobby, I think, could still use more. Kendo, I think this is going to help her a lot. This one might move her up a little bit in the tier list. I just think Kendo's kit as it is never going to put her like in the top tier of characters because she's more of a defensive style protect your team character, and on her own she's never going to be that great, at least until she gets a new quirk skill set. So I don't know how much this is actually going to change anything for her. Mount Lady overall, I think that is going to help, I don't know, help make her feel less annoying. I wouldn't say like she's meta, but she's definitely annoying, right? So she's going to feel less annoying now that she's not going to be able to use that stomp as annoyingly as she has been. And Cementos is about to get a whole lot more annoying and a whole lot more meta, I think, in UA Island especially. That's just going to be crazy. That's going to be so much fun. I know nobody probably wants this, but I want it as a Cementos. I would call myself a Cementos main-ish. I play a lot of characters, but I really like Cementos. He's a lot of fun to play. So I know a lot of people, unless you're a Cementos main, might not want this, and you might be looking at this going, oh my god, what is about to happen? But hey, I like Cementos, he's chaos, he's fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And that is the patch notes, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and leaving me some comments about what you guys thought about all of this. And one last thing to leave off with, I am thinking about planning a My Hero Ultra Rumble tournament where we would actually have people participate. We would actually have a prize pool. I would kind of shoutcast it with me and a buddy, and we would, you know, stream it live on YouTube. I don't know exactly when we're going to do this yet. We're still kind of in the planning stages, but if you guys would like to potentially be a part of that, go down to the link below and join my Discord. And then also, if you are another YouTuber who does My Hero Ultra Rumble content, or you know a YouTuber that you would like to see participate in this tournament, you know, let them know. I will also try to reach out to them. But yeah, I'm super excited about this with the new custom lobbies. I want to actually get this going, so hopefully I will have some more news for you guys here in the future. So if that's something you guys want to see, also let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.